14 win at the Patriots on Sunday. Pittsburgh forced 5 turnovers in the win, their most takeaways in a game since 2022. Aaron Rodgers threw for 2 passing touchdowns, eclipsing Brett Favre for the 4th most passing touchdowns in NFL history. Plus, he threw a second go-ahead passing touchdown in the 4th quarter this season. Stephen A., I'll start with you. Does the success of the Steelers hinge on Aaron Rodgers or on their defense?
It hinges on everything. The Steelers don't look good. I'm not impressed with them at all. I think it's a miracle that they're 2-1 on the season thus far. They're 30th in total offense. They have no running game to speak of, ranking 31st, averaging 2.8 yards per carry this season. That's on offense. And on defense, albeit because of injuries to some degree, they're 28th in total defense and 27 against the run. So you have a coach in Mike Tomlin, who all of us love and revere, that has been known because of the day he was introduced as the Steelers' new head coach. 18 years ago, he said, the bottom line is this: run the football, stop the run. Run the football, stop the run. And the standard is the standard. Well, the standard hasn't been met because they haven't won a playoff game since 2016, and they can't run the football, and they can't stop the run. And so why would I be excited about what I'm seeing from them? I'm very, very worried right now. They got to get their act together. They were lucky to beat the New England Patriots yesterday. They were up 14-0. I watched the game from start to finish, and to me, there were so many. If New England had protected the football more, they would have won this game. I'm not excited about what I'm seeing from the Pittsburgh Steelers, to say the least. I'm just not.
Which one is it for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
It's definitely Aaron Rodgers playing the part. Because let's play a game of what if, all right? What if Aaron Rodgers does play good and the Pittsburgh Steelers play bad? You still have a chance. All right, what if Aaron Rodgers plays bad and the Pittsburgh Steelers play good? You have no chance. All right, you see what I did right there? That right there gives you all the information that you need to know. Aaron Rodgers is playing the game as much as he can do as far as affecting it, and I've said it ad nauseum. He does not have amenities. He does not have a running game that really can give him the opportunity to allow him to shine when he needs to the most. When you see guys like, DK Metcalf making these type of plays, that's impressive, all right? But when it comes down to real good teams, is that going to be enough? I don't think so, but it still starts and finishes with Aaron Rodgers playing the type of football that he's playing right now.
See, I'm going to go to the defensive side of the football.
Yeah.
Okay? Remember what the objective is. The Pittsburgh Steelers didn't make all these moves just to get to the playoff.
Right.
They made this move with the intention of we're contending for a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. How in the world do you expect to contend for a Super Bowl with your defense playing as badly as they're playing right now? This is not the Steelers' way. One thing we know about Aaron Rodgers, okay, we know he's all-time great. One thing he's going to do, Aaron Rodgers has throughout his career has always protected the football. So he's going to give you a chance in that aspect alone. But with your defense playing the way that they're playing right now, they don't have a snowball chance in hell of being a contender, okay, in the AFC. I can tell you that right now. All of these big name, high-priced people on their defense, and you're sitting basically in the cellar of total defense. That's a bad sign. Here's what I worry about the Pittsburgh Steelers: their age. They got big names, but they're old. And when you're old, and Cam,
second oldest team in the league.
Football's a young man's game. When you old, you tend to fall off. You fall off a cliff real fast. So I worry about that with the Pittsburgh Steelers, particularly on defense.
I'm going to tell you what I'm worried about, too. Cam, you could appreciate this because you're a physical specimen. You know who else is? So is DK Metcalf. Where the hell is he at? I know it was TD. I saw TD yesterday. I got that. But 3 receptions, 3 receptions for like 32 yards, something. I need more. I need more from DK Metcalf. I'm looking at it right now. In these 3 games, he's got 10 receptions for 135 yards. Do you notice that there's always some big play on a little screen to him? But finding him downfield, that's been relatively absent. I'm very concerned about that. I'm wondering, did the Steelers make a mistake by letting George Pickens go? and letting him head to Dallas instead of having him on the opposite side of the field so you don't have enough defenders keying on DK Metcalf so he could get loose? I don't know the answer to this question right now, but I know that I expected to see more activity, more production from DK Metcalf than I have seen.
Yeah, I mean, there's no denying that DK Metcalf needs to tighten up and show up. But this is the thing. Is he one-dimensional? Is he a one-dimensional receiver where you just put him on the outside and just allow him to just beat the cornerback up? Well, the game has changed, right? Well, we're used to a guy like Aaron Rodgers having guys like Devontae Adams, right, that you can put him anywhere on the field outside of the backfield, right? And he can really be effective. Now, can DK do that? And that's where you have to really dig in your receiver bag and say, hey, bro, like now I have to change, the style of play, still staying physical, might I add, but change the style of play where I need to understand the nuances of the position. Does DK have that in his bag to shift? Now, does he have all the skill set of the physicality, the look? Yes. But when you start saying the statistics that you're seeing from a guy like DK, I mean, he's a red zone threat. I mean, he's a Mike Evans reincarnated kind of guy that can be, and we seen that yesterday with the TD. But, man, bro, like you only got that? And we're approaching the fourth game?
Well,
what are we doing?
Listen. Jaylen Warren can catch passes out of the backfield. We know that. We've seen that. Okay, he already has, about 111 receptions for 142 yards in the season thus far. Okay, if you look at DK Metcalf, what we got to look at is the Steelers personnel as well. Calvin Austin III might not be the answer. You got the answers at the tight end spot in Freiermuth and Smith. So what you need is an additional receiver, and maybe having that additional receiver who's a bona fide threat opposite side of DK Metcalf will take some of the pressure off of folks loading the box and limiting the Steelers to under 3 yards per rush. Maybe that'll open up the running game a little bit more. I don't know. But you got to do something because based on what we're seeing first of all, I don't think their defense looks that great, even though they came up with big plays yesterday, big turnovers when it really, really counted, and they sacked Drake May 5 times, so give credit where credit is due. But I still need to see more from the defense, to be quite honest with you. But they got injuries to pour in others to explain away some of their doldrums. Offensively, this is supposed to be who you are, and who you are has not been impressive at all offensively outside of the opening day game against the New York Jets. And so that's how I'm looking at it. I think they may need more help at the wide receiver spot, guys. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it was ugly, but it was the Steelers' first win at the Patriots since 2008, so it's been a long time since they won in Foxborough. Let's make some money moves because ESPN Bet is here to get you paid. We've got your Cover 3 parlay with picks all from tonight's Monday Night Football game. So, Damien, I'll start with you. You're going with Zay Flowers to score a touchdown. Why?
Because I know the Lions are going to commit a lot to try to stop King, Henry, and company in the run game. The Lions play a lot of man-to-man. When you commit that way, you're going to leave yourself vulnerable on the outside. So I think Zay Flowers will have opportunities for some explosive plays in the passing game.